We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. The Browns, they'll send this one away. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Long. All right, come on.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
You look at this Browns defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback's down?
Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. It may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Ready.
Here's Tua. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. 23 yards the pickup there. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. 2nd and 10.
Go ahead.
Now Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Watson, Oscar.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. On now the Miami field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Uses the spin. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
That's the rookie first-round pick, Xavier Legette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And even though this is a top-5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
Let's go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Warrior 70. Viking 18. Hook.
Operating from the gun, Gabriel. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 70. And the Browns are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Ready. Hey.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard.
Go ahead. 21G, 21G. 8. Long. Hey, 21 TX.
Looking to pass. Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
44.
And, Charles, no two ways around it. Anytime you get the current #1 and #2 seeds in the AFC playing each other this late in a season, it's a big game.
It is definitely a big game, and not just for seeding and placement and such, but for trying to establish yourself as a team to beat. You want everyone else in the league to look at you and say, boy, it's going to be tough to knock those guys off.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose you.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Scat. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tua going to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Tua going to run the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Tua Tagovailoa scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Dolphins have regained the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Gabriel. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Trap 60, trap 60. Shut up.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gabriel. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Williams to return. Behind the 35. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember the timeout, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey. Corner, long. Shut.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Fielded just inside the 30. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Check, Panther.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gabriel. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cedric Tillman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From midfield, here's Tua. In trouble, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This now a 3rd and 4.
TX. Hey! Ready, set?
Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
21G.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
60 Bobcat. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku as the first half is winding down. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Chubb will get the call, running left. Good footwork at the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down. Here's Chubb again. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That one is blown up by Jordan Brooks, the linebacker.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Let's go now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready? Go.
Back to throw. Gabriel. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40.
Solo left Zion.
They'll drop to throw. Short throw to Smith. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jonnu Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains, Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Come on, set and up.
Chubb. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Now Folk for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They're right here.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Into space at the 45. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
Ready. Ready, set.
Here's Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Go ahead.
Now Tua. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
Here we go, set. Ready.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let's go now. Set, go.
Looking to throw. Gabriel. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. It got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy, 77 yards. And the Browns are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Folk's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Corner, long. Set.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Turbo one, high.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Williams brings it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Get set. Oh, set.
Looking to pass. Tua. Finding Williams once more. Complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Tua going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jonnu Smith with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they